Hey, fifth grade, happy Tuesday. Today I'm going to read to you pages 158 through 160, and you guys on your own could read 161 through 163. Please make sure that you're actually reading the pages. Please make sure you fill out the 5 questions on the form below, and you submit your work. Okay. Also, you could go back up and look at the pictures and reread if you need to. It's still a strategy to help you with everything. Okay. All right, I'm going to get started. Page 158. The races with her tears. She was the only one who'd practiced what she'd say to Grandma Sands. She sniffed a couple of times and said, "Hi, Grandma Sands. It's a real pleasure to meet you." You could only half understand what she was saying. She was blubbering so much. Grandma Sands matched Joey's tear for tear. They squeezed each other for a while, and Grandma Sands got her little squeaky voice back and said to Mama, "Lord, Lona, if this child ain't you, look at this baby, just as pretty and sweet as you." Mama and Joey grinned like 2 nuts. Byron was next. "This is what I've dreamed about." These were the 2 meanest, most evil people I've ever known, and as I knew only one of them was going to come out of this alive. There was going to be a battle, something like if Godzilla met King Kong, or Frankenstein met Dracula, or like when champion wrestler Bobo Brazil meets the Sheik. I'd imagine that a week or 2 after we get back to Flint, we'd get a phone call from Alabama where the winner of the big battle on the other end. If it was Byron, he'd talk kind of cool and low out of the corner of his mouth and say, "Shoot, man, you better come get this old chick. I ate her alive." If Grandma Sands won the battle, we'd have to hold the phone away from her ear while she shouted, "Lona, you call this a bad child? This little saint is ready to come back north, and you go to Sunday school and scrub all your floors." But as soon as I saw Grandma Sands, I knew that Byron would destroy this poor little old lady. I was even afraid Mama might not leave him in Alabama. Might decide not to leave him in Alabama. Byron walked up to the porch real cool and kind of bent over to give Grandma Sands a hug. Grandma Sands squeezed him hard. "Lona, what'd you teach these babies up north? Don't they know how to give no one a proper hug?" She held Byron by the arms and looked at him from top to bottom. "You grew up to be a fine-looking boy. You were so puny when you was born. We nearly worried as crazy. Got strong too." She slapped Byron's arm and he kind of laughed. Grandma Sands reached up and ran her wrinkly old hand over Byron's head. "A little short on hair, but we're going to be just fine. What do you think, By?" "Yes, ma'am." Good, good. See, there's a lot of things you could do down here. Mr. Robert ain't as much help as he used to be, so all them things he used to do, now you can do." Mama said, "Who? Mr. Who?" Dad came up on the porch and got a ton of hugs and tears too. Then Grandma Sands pulled everybody together. Her little arms could only get around one person at a time, but as the weird Watson stood there, with some of us laughing, some of us crying, and some of us looking cool, it felt like we were all trapped in a big ball. Grandma Sands kept saying, "My family, my beautiful family." Except with the Southern style accent and all the weeping, it sounded like she was saying "fambly." Finally, the crowd started breaking up and Grandma Sands said, "Now, what am I going to feed y'all? I wasn't expecting you till Monday. Me and Mr. Robert usually just have leftovers on Sunday. But I guess if By'll go down to Job's and pick up some things, we can have chicken tonight. You good at following directions, Byron?" "Huh?" By's face twisted up. "What?" Grandma Sands' voice propped up like one of those big brown grocery store bags being snapped open. By looked surprised and said, "Huh, ma'am." "You good at following directions? Joey's is a good little walk." I said, "He can follow directions real good, Grandma Sands. He's not as dumb as he looks." I shut up real quick and wished I hadn't said anything when Grandma Sands looked at me and said, "Lona, maybe there's 2 who should be spending the summer down here with their granny." Everybody started going inside the ugly little house. Mama sounded worried. "Mama, who is this Mr. Robert?" Grandma Sands laughed, just like the Wicked Witch of the West, and said, "Honey, we gotta talk. You just be patient, and as soon as he gets up, I want all of you to meet him." Okay, guys, go ahead and please read pages 161, 162, and 163 and fill out the 5 questions. Okay, bye.